Hello everyone, this is Ryan here. It's June the 17th, 2026. So I want to let you guys know, give you guys a heads up, an update in West Kelowna. Do a full video here. So the fire is out now, guys, at Kelowna Regional Park. The fire is no longer burning. I don't see any smoke from the hill there. So I want to let you guys know we are living in summer areas of climate, very dry. You can see the whole brush here, the whole grass here is very dry. And I'm really glad the embers didn't start sparking this way because the wind was blowing so hard. If the wind was coming from the north, guys, the fire would have shifted this way and come up through Mount Bushu, and the embers would start flying here, and it would have destroyed all this in West Kelowna. All this in West Kelowna would have been gone if the embers sparked this way. So I want to say thanks to the BC Wildfire Service, the West Kelowna Fire Department, and the Kelowna Fire Department. For saving everybody, for evacuating everybody out of their homes at Kelowna and Lakeview Heights. The fire was inches away. Okay, the fire chief of West Kelowna, his name is Jason Brawley. I love that guy. He said the fire was inches away from Lakeview Heights, at the homes at Lakeview Heights. The fire, actually, I spotted the fire from. Okay, so yesterday, guys, I was checking out the houses at Shelter Bay Marina. I walked over from downtown Kelowna to the side lake, and I was checking out the homes at Shelter Bay Marina. And yeah, it's a beautiful area. I love the area. The Campo Road's really nice. And then all of a sudden, I was going back to Kelowna, and all of a sudden I looked. I could smell like something burning. I thought, okay, what's burning here? And then I looked toward. I was just halfway toward the bridge from the west side lake here, and I looked toward. Like that way, not that direction, but in like probably that direction. Anyway, so I looked toward the direction, like toward the south, and I could see the big plume of smoke about 11 o'clock, about right around 11 o'clock, and it was a huge plume of smoke. Just like I looked toward this past direction, I'm like, this is not good. So, and then I walked fast as I could back across to Kelowna to get all that. It was so smoky yesterday, guys. Oh man, it was insane. So I want to say thanks to the BC Wildfire Service and the Kelowna Fire Department and West Kelowna Fire Department for evacuating everybody out of Lakeview Heights and Kelowna. I'm very passionate about West Kelowna, so I'm gonna wait here. Yeah, so yeah, I really appreciate all the hard work of the firefighters. BC Wildfire Service too. I gotta mention that about them too. I really appreciate you guys too, because the fire would have been a lot worse, guys. So the fire would have came over. I'll show you. The embers would have come over if the wind shifted from the north, guys. The embers would have flew over here, and that would have sparked more fires. And what that could have happened, guys, all the whole community here, guys, would have been gone. I'm not joking, guys. West Kelowna is a small city, and for a big wildfire like that to spark embers and like that. Spark these little wildfires, that would have been end of West Kelowna. It would absolutely be horrifying. I've been a long time resident here of West Kelowna, guys, and when I saw the fires today, I was just really shocked. I was just at Shelter Bay Marina, guys, and then to see the plume of smoke over the hillside, I could smell the smoke fire, guys. I was like 3 kilometers away from Kelowna, and I had to run across the bridge. I had to run back across the bridge to Kelowna because I didn't want to be in the smoke. It was so smoky, guys. So the firefighters are really amazing. Like to save West Kelowna again. It's just amazing. So I'll let you guys know is please be careful with your cigarette butts. Don't throw them out the window. We are very, very dry. We're a very, very dry summer right now. I don't know, guys. We're getting very, very hot, dry summer, guys. So please be very careful with your cigarette butts. Don't throw them out the window. Try not to do that. I know everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes too. But you can see how dry this is, guys. It's very dry. If someone threw something in here, like anything, like a small little match, this will all go up in flames. This building will be destroyed. All the homes here and stuff like that. So just be careful, guys. Anything here too, look how dry this grass is. No wonder the fire at Kelowna Regional Park spread like crazy with the wind. It's so dry, guys. We have not have much rain. We're in a drought situation right now in Okanagan Valley. I'm not joking. It was crazy. Like for me to be 3 kilometers away from the wildfire on Campo Road, I had to run across the bridge to Kelowna. I was not far from Kelowna, but when I was okay. So I walked past Dr. Marina. I was coming out of West Kelowna. I was just turned the corner on the roundabout onto the bridge. Just walked a little bit past the bridge, and I noticed something coming out of from the hillside. I'm like, okay, so it looked like a dust storm. But then I pulled my phone out, and I could smell the smoke just down the road, down Cabot Road. I'm like, this is a fire. I'm like, I am not far away from this fire. So I had to run across the bridge, guys. I'm like, I'm out of here. So everybody's fine, guys. Everybody's safe in West Kelowna. The fire did not reach this part of West Kelowna, thank God. I have a friend lives in Glen Rosa, and he did also updates too about this fire. So I appreciate all firefighters out there that fought this fire yesterday, because I would not want to see West Kelowna gone. West Kelowna is so beautiful. So Kelowna Regional Park, guys, is off limits right now. You can't even go there. It's the fire I actually saw from the bridge in Kelowna. I saw the kindling of the trees, like the black smoke. I knew that is not looking good. The wind shifted direction. It shifted. It was blowing so hard. It was blowing from the southwest. So the smoke was blowing away from this part of West Kelowna. So I'm glad about that. But if the wind shifted from the north, guys, if it's big huge cloud of, like, you know, the ambers and stuff, that would have sparked more fires here and destroy all of this, all the billboard ads and that. It would be absolutely a disaster waiting to happen. West Kelowna would have been destroyed. I'm not joking. So from here, Kelowna Regional Park is like that direction, kind of behind Mount Blue Street. That's where Kelowna Regional Park is. That's where the fire started. It's so dry, guys. We haven't had much. I mean, we did have a little bit of rain. We had a little bit of a dump of rain. I mean, but yeah, I don't know what to say. I was at Shelter Bay Marina, guys. Look at the townhouses in West Kelowna here. I walked over from City Park in Kelowna to the West Side Lake here. Look at the townhouses in West Kelowna, the Shelter Bay Marina. 3, 4, 5 two-bedroom townhouses. They're really nice along the lake and stuff. And then I looked. Okay, I was walking back, walked off of Cabot Road. I could smell something burning. I'm like, what is this burning smell? And then I'm like, oh my God. And then right there, plume of smoke rising above the hillside. I'm like, this is not happening. Like, I'm 3K away from the fire, and I ran across the Leamart Bennett Bridge fast as I could back to Kelowna. I'm like, I was smoky. I didn't run, but I had to walk really quick because I don't want to breathe in the, die of smoke in him. Oh my God, it was wild yesterday, guys. The winds were not dying down. It reminded me of the fire in 2023 here. And I thought, don't tell me this is another firestorm again in West Kelowna. So everybody's safe here, guys. I want you guys to know everybody's safe. No, the fire did not harm anybody in West Kelowna. Again, if the wind shifted this direction, the north direction, then the embers would have came over, and then it would have jumped. It would have started more fires here. So embers are like chunks of like bird stuff that like this cloud carries. Like what happened in 2023, it was like this big huge cloud of embers. Big cloud of embers blew across the lake, started more fires, and that's what I'm talking about. So if that happened here, if the wind shifted to the north, that would have been this big cloud of embers and sparked more fires, and that would be absolutely devastating. You would not see West Kelowna much longer. It would be very devastating, so I'm glad that didn't happen. I'm glad that I prayed so hard, guys. I prayed so hard to everybody, West Kelowna here, hope for the best. The firefighters can get this fire out, because it would have been a disaster, guys, when it happened. I mean, look how dry this is, guys. Look at it. There's more and more park here, guys. Look how dry this is. That would have been absolutely terrifying. The raven right there, my friend. Hey, it's going to smell a little bit there. I want to just look for water. Yeah, so it's West Kelowna here, guys. That's where I'm in. It's the West Side Lake. Very beautiful city of West Kelowna. Yeah, I really appreciate the hard work of the firefighters here. So that would have been absolutely a disaster. Yeah, so I live in Kelowna, guys. I live in Rutland. I can still smell the smoke from the fire. And I told one lady in Kelowna today, I'm like, the fire was burning at Castlemaine, actually at Kelowna Regional Park, but the fire was going uphill, guys. It was actually going up toward Lakeview Heights. And Jason Brolin said the fire was inches away from the homes. It was like about to burn the homes down. It was on the edge of the property. It's like it was actually going to burn the homes. And the firefighters stopped it. They actually had containment lines. They had like a way they can block the fire from getting further into the homes there, so they did a good job. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, I don't know who started that fire at Kelowna Orchard Park. That was a bit crazy, but you know, everybody makes mistakes. You know, probably been an accident. Somebody didn't mean to do it, and it happened to be very windy yesterday, and the wind just blew the fire, you know, toward the direction that I didn't want the fire to go, and it just sort of happened to be fire to be burning in the park. So the park is probably closed right now. I think the park is still closed, guys. Yes. Not saying much on casting it, but the fire, I believe the park is still closed. So yeah, can't go to the park right now. But yeah, another thing to keep in mind too, guys, to make sure, you know, protect your homes, stuff from, you know, fire smart thing. Protect your homes from you know, you hear the wildfire that's approach. How dry this is, guys. I wonder why the fire sparked so quickly through the park. Because of the winds. Yesterday it was so dry. Like, you can see how dry this is. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I pray for everybody that got evacuated yesterday out of Lakeview Heights and Kelowna. My heart goes out to you guys. I hope for the best. I hope this helps people learn the lesson about, about the, it's a wake-up call about, you never know. You never know you're living in a forest somewhere and a fire has to happen. You never know. It's so dry, guys. We're gonna have a crazy summer, guys. We got something called a Super El Nino. And I've been watching on YouTube about the Super El Nino. Basically what that is, could be having a very hot and dry summer. So just be very careful about stuff like that. We'll have to see what kind of summer it's going to play out. But I think it's going to be a hot summer. Just the way things are going. You know what way that wildfire happened yesterday here? That was absolutely. I was like 3 kilometers away, guys. I was like. He went to Doc's Marina. I could smell the fire, and I was like, I had to like run across the bridge. And the smoke, it was insane. Everybody downtown Kelowna was wearing masks. It was so smoky, and because the wind was pushing the smoke toward downtown Kelowna, I'm like, oh my god. Imagine if an amber spark there, guys. It would be absolutely awful. Anyway, guys, my prayers to everybody in West Kelowna. I hope for the best for the recovery back, going back home. I hope the fires will start up again because it is windy right now, so I hope for the best for the firefighters. I think they're still there, guys. They're still checking the hotspots because when a fire burns like that, guys, it burns deep in the ground. I'll show you. It burns deep in the ground. So all the trees right now probably all burnt. So I would not go in the park right now, guys, in FYI, because all trees like this will be all probably burnt to ash, just all burnt to charred. So there you go, guys. All right, guys, take care and.